time. It's time for the Billy Flynn Experience.
Thank you so much for joining us once again to the Billy Flynn Experience. I am your host, Billy Flynn. Thank you so much for joining us tonight again. Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful week. Before we get into the news, I would like to say happy 420. Yes, it's 420 today. Of course, it's celebrated in America, London. I think France also celebrated. I'm not sure, but I know Amsterdam is definitely celebrating it, and of course, small places here in Germany. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to get into the news. The latest news. The title is Benzino. Will he ride this wave? Of course, over the past couple of weeks, he has been in the news. And a lot of the content creators across all the social media platforms have been pretty much focusing on the drama surrounding him and his life. Of course, as those who don't know who Benzino is, my German listeners, Benzino is a hip-hop artist. Well, used to be hip-hop artist, and now he is a media personality. That's what they call him now. But as I said, over the past week or so, a lot of different type of videos have been surfacing pertaining to his situations with the transgender community. And I don't want to get deep into that because, and I'm not going to play any of the video clips that has been circulated because most of the video clips on this subject, of the recent subject, is the video clip is like 2 years old, if not older. You can clearly also hear how the video clip has been doctored, where it's been spliced, because what he is saying in the video is pretty much, it's out of order if you listen to it. It's on the internet if you want to go search it. But my main thing was, I was thinking about the other content creators, and they're saying all of the drama circulating between him and his daughter, Coy Leroy, I think that's her name. And then, of course, which is my favorite, latest news about Benzino is 50 Cent, which is also another hip-hop artist in America. Well, he's known worldwide, so. But 50 Cent he has this way of trolling people, entertainers, other rappers, movie stars, just people in general that's in the entertainment industry. He has this way of trolling these individuals mainly on his Instagram social media platform, and he has a way of trolling people. And from the onset, you would think that he's doing it to be malicious or mean, or he's bullying, as people say, he's bullying other entertainers. But when you think about it, actually, he's not. And this what made me want to do this podcast, is because I look at, I've known for for a couple of years, the way 50 Cent would troll other entertainers. And I'm saying to myself, like, why don't these people take what he is doing? This is like free publicity. And I'm thinking, like, why don't they jump on top of pause, get on top of what 50 Cent is doing and take all the trolling and turn it around and use that clout. Use that clout for for their betterment, or because everything is in entertainment is about, it's about drama, it's about news, it's about keeping your name in the public eye, on the public mind. As long as there's people talking about you, you're relevant. And someone like Benzino, who hasn't been in the entertainment sphere for quite some time, the last time he was, on Love and Hip Hop. But before that, he was, I want to say he wasn't a nobody, because at a time he was a part of the Source magazine. And that magazine itself was a part of the hip hop culture. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was a part of the hip hop culture. And it was a strong staple within the black community when it's connecting to music, entertainment, specifically hip hop and hip hop artists, or everything about hip hop culture. So Benzino, he definitely come from an era that you have to put some respect on his name. But that was then, this is now. And again, like I said, before him starring on Love and Hip Hop, he wasn't on the public mind. Then afterwards, he's, the stories started surfacing about him and his lifestyle, or him and his personal life, I would say. Now, the thing was, again, like I said, when I started thinking deeper into this, the latest, of course, is 50 Cent trolling Benzino and putting a lot of what wasn't in the public's eye, or not so much in the public's eye. He is basically trolling Benzino and bringing all of his past, whether you want to say, hidden past or things that were in the closet. 50 Cent is bringing it to the forefront, and he's making it public. So everyone is basically picking the bones, or picking the meat from the bones of Benzino, and they're writing his, I wouldn't say downfall, but they're writing his the things that's going on in his life. They're riding that wave, I would say. Yeah, they're riding that wave, all at his expense. So instead, I would think that he would be smart enough to take that, turn it around, flip it around, and use it to be, or to put himself back, or at least put himself back in the public conscious, and using that and ride that wave. I mean, I wish 50 Cent would troll me. I'm telling you, I would take that clout and I would ride it. Pause. I would take that clout and use it to do whatever I can to make money from it. Whether I t-shirts, baseball caps, I don't know, bumper stickers, whatever. But I would use that and for making my brand better. But not only that, but taking a situation like what happened between 50 Cent and another artist. This is just an example. And I think this is going to drive my point home. But this is a prime example. There was an artist, Chameleonaire. I think he's from Houston, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a time where 50 Cent and Chameleonaire collabed on a few tracks. And from that, there was a beef. But I'm going to play this and want you to listen to this.
I realize every single one of these games is really about the art of perception.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
When I was in the music industry and I was doing what I was doing, I remember one time 50 Cent had like dissed me. You know what I'm saying? And then I was thinking like, man, 50 was cool the whole time. Every time I saw him, what's wrong with him? So I was somewhere waiting for him. I was at MTV and I saw him walking in the hallway. And then I was walking, I looked, and he was about to walk past me. I grabbed him like, yo, what's up, man? Like, why you saying all this stuff? And he looked at me, and then he grabbed me and pulled me in the room. So everybody probably thought he was going to, like, hurt me or something. But he was like, listen, man, you know, I threw you an alley-oop, and you didn't dunk it. Yeah. And I'm like, what? What you talking about? He's like, listen, man, you a cool dude. You know we cool. But I said this about you. If you would have responded and said one thing, you ain't have to curse at me. You ain't have to say nothing. You could have said, 50 Cent needs to shut the hell up. And he said, if you would have said that, there's a train right now, and that train is in India. He said, you been to India? I said, yeah. He said, all right, if you go to Mumbai, India, when you get on that train and you sit on that seat, in the back of the seat, there's a newspaper. When you take that newspaper out and you look at it, you would have been on the front page of that newspaper if you would have said that back to me. Because I'm the biggest. Right. And I was just like, man, this dude crazy. And he's like, listen, he said this quote to me that was dope. He was like, your real life starts when your rap career ends.
You get that? That's facts. That is fact. And I would even say, I'll go as far as saying that 50 Cent is like the Oprah in the hip hop community. And I say that to say this. Okay, I'm going to drive this home. Oprah Winfrey, back when she was on television. Okay, she's a television mogul. Back when she was on the television, on her show, Oprah, she would have certain guests come on her show. And this is a prime example. She would have certain guests, unknown people that you never heard of, come on her show. She would endorse them. Whatever their business was, she would endorse them. And it wasn't only, like, for instance, Dr. Phil and Susie Ormwell. Okay, regardless of what happened to Susie Ormwell, she turned out to be a scammer. But regardless of that point, Oprah Winfrey still endorsed those, and plus other people, but in particularly those two individuals. And then from that, they used her platform as a springboard into their own career. And like I said, it wasn't only entertainers. There were writers. There were other musicians or whatever. Oprah had a book club. And whomever author that she was featuring on her book club that week or that month, that particular author would blow up and make, the New York bestseller list or whatever it's called. All from her endorsing. 50 Cent is like that. Because people they listen to what 50 Cent has to say. Not only that, but he's a pretty funny guy. He has a sense of humor. It's kind of dry at times, but it's funny nonetheless. Whether or not he is concocting all of this on his own, or whether he have a staff of writers or a staff of media people within his camp to actually run his social media pages, but whatever it is, his name, his brand, his name itself holds power. And again, I would think that, and I would hope that maybe if Benzino was listening, which I really doubt, but who knows if he's listening to this podcast, I would say ride that wave use it. Use all of this. That he's probably already doing it. I mean, maybe that, he's probably already doing it because he's having the beef with the LGBT. Wait a minute. LGBT plus some other letters and numbers. That community. Oh, sorry. They're having a beef, and they're coming after him from some of the things that he said that was on social media about. He was I don't know, I forgot the platform or the page he was on, but he was on someone's page and they were interviewing him. There's been a couple of them. But the blowback from that was coming from the LGBT community. So now they're coming after him, and they're making matters worse for him. But as I said before, he could take all of this, turn this around, play into it. Just like what Eminem did. Eminem was saying all kinds of derogatory things about the LGBT community back in his heyday when he was popular. And that controversy put him into the spotlight, but not only put him into the spotlight, but it skyrocketed his career. Him being outspoken, him being loud, him being brash, not giving a care, saying what he wanted to say about whomever. But he used it. He used all of the criticism, all of the backlash that was coming his way. Eminem was able to be smart enough to use it. And then at the end, what did he do? He sings a duet with Elton John. Elton John is publicly well known as a homosexual male, and Eminem at the height of his career. He's already out there. He's already out in the stratosphere. He's on another universe with his career. And at the top, what did he do? He performed with Elton John just to say, I am a friend of the gay man, or I am a friend of the LGBT community. And it worked in his favor, because after that, everything else died down. His career kept going, but all of the talk, all of the slander, the backlash, it all died off. So, as I said, I would hope that Benzino do the same thing, because I'm not gonna lie. When Benzino was when he was making music and he was out rapping within the hip hop community, I like some of his music. I like some of the music that he did, or the music that I did hear back in the early 2000s. Early 2000s. I like some of it. It was cool to me. So I don't have anything negative to say. I personally, I hope he wins. I hope he wins. I hope he gets use all of this that's coming his way. Take it, use it, reinvent himself, build a brand. I think this is prime time. This is, because as they say in in Hollywood that what do they say, what is it saying? No bad publicity. No, I think it's no bad publicity. No bad publicity is good publicity or something like that. There's no such thing as bad publicity. That's what they say. There is no such thing as bad publicity. So, Benzino, if you're listening, take this for what it's worth. I hope that you pull yourself out of this And I mean, hell, write a couple of books, come up with a script. You know, I mean, everything is possible, right? It's all entertainment. You know, that's what I say. That's what I think. So anyways, thank you so much for listening. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. Look forward to being with you again. Take care of yourself. Be safe.